Hey everybody, it's your friendly neighborhood saxman Alex here. I'm in the studio recording for a new album of a group that's called Revolu that I'm a part of. It's going to be an excellent experience and I wanted to share it with you all. I am feeling the festivities, as you can see. As a saxophonist, we have many roles in the music world. Such roles include live performance, recording sessions, busking, and YouTube. But what I wanted to focus on today is the recording session aspect of a saxophonist's career. For those of you who are new to the recording session world, there are a lot of do's and don'ts, especially for horn players, when it comes to recording in a studio or wherever it may be. If you are recording in a studio, it's very important to note some certain aspects that will help you record efficiently, have fun, and go about your day without thinking that you did something wrong. I recently recorded with some amazing artists and some amazing producers that have won Grammys, which is an exciting project that I wanted to share with you all. Getting to record with the band Revolu has opened me to a whole new way of playing the saxophone, and that translates into the studio. Being able to play with artists such as Maurice Cañate, Ruben Rodriguez, who has played with so many people including Eddie Palmieri, Mark Anthony, and Alejandro Sanz. The producer, Felipe Fournier, is a genius when it comes to getting everything together in the studio. But going into the studio, I had to have certain things clear. Of course, my saxophone playing had to be at a certain standard. This meant intonation had to be great. Technique had to be on spot. And obviously, knowing your charts is crucial so that you don't waste time practicing on the spot and it doesn't look good. In some cases, the fourth point is important, which is your ability to sight read. And these expectations are what's going to differentiate a good recording saxophonist from a great recording saxophonist. So before I show you a little bit of the insider look of the session, I wanted to share with you all some things that I prepared beforehand so that I could be in tip-top shape when I got into the studio. So the first thing you want to do is get there
early, not on time, but
early. When they say we need to start recording at 10 a.m., you be there by 9:20, 9:30 at the very latest so that you have time to warm up. The warm-up is very important. If you're not ready and you're going in there cold, you're going to make mistakes and potentially hurt yourself. If you don't want to embarrass yourself, be early. Now the next thing is obviously the warm-up. So you got there early, perfect. Now get your horn out. Don't waste time looking at the really nice toys that they have, the nice piano, the nice keyboards, the nice control boards, the Pro Tools. Forget about that. Get your horn out and start warming up. I have a couple of videos on how to warm up on sax, so go check those out. If you don't want to waste any time trying to warm up, get there early, as we said before, and warm up. Take some time to do some long tones. Get your fingers warmed up. Get your fingers loose. Get your mouth loose and ready to go. Get your music ready. Start practicing a little bit beforehand so that you don't mess up maybe some passages that are giving you a hard time. This also shows to the other artists and the producer that you mean
business.
That you're not there to just be friends and to just socialize. This is your job, and although you do have fun doing it, you have to realize at one point that when you get on the bandstand, you have to show why you got to this point and why they called you. Now that you have everything out of the way, you're warmed up, you have your pieces ready to go, and you're in the studio, they started miking you up and putting the placement as preferable as you wanted it to be. Then comes the part when you play. Something crucial is your intonation. You have to have that technique down and know your horn well enough to know that if there's a sustained note that may be sharp or flat, that you know how to control it throughout the duration of that note. Intonation is one of those telltale signs of whether or not you warmed up or that you're not experienced on the horn. So practice long tones and make sure that you know your horn well enough so that you can counteract those intonation problems on your sax. The last point I think should go without saying, but sometimes I've experienced some colleagues of mine that just don't care about practicing. But know your charts. Practice your charts. Be ready. You shouldn't be practicing on the gig. That's unacceptable. Think about it. I'm recording with Grammy-winning artists. I should not have to practice my parts in the session. That's just unacceptable. Now, I understand if you're sight reading, but if you got the chart months in advance, you should know that almost by memory. Take the time. If they called you, it's for a reason. you're good. So show them that you're responsible enough to take the music seriously and portray your musicality as best as you can. If you're flubbing notes that could be easily practiced, if you're out of tune, if you're missing passages, you're missing cues, they'll never call you again. Trust me. This is why it's very important for you to practice beforehand so that you don't make a fool out of yourself in the session. Everyone's counting on you to create a beautiful part and to really blend well with the section. So don't disrespect the leader. Don't disrespect the producer. They have a lot of hard work to do, and if you make it harder for them, then you're just gonna create a really bad environment for the entire rest of the session. Now, this last point doesn't happen all the time, but if it does, be wary of it. You may be asked to do a session. You go to the studio and you're looking at the parts for the very first time. One thing that crosses my mind whenever this happens is, okay, I need to see what key it's in, if there's any modulations, what style it's in, and what are some hard passages that I can practice on the spot very quickly before we start recording. From there, I kind of get a very nice idea of how the song will be played, how it should be played, what should I expect, and where to focus my energy the most in terms of hard passages or places that I might be exposed in. More often than not, there will be a demo so that you can listen to it maybe a day before or on the gig, and that'll help you a lot in terms of playing along with it or to know exactly when cues are, when you have to do the hard passages, and how to blend well with the entire section.
And a 1, 2, 3, 4.
So now, the moment you've been waiting for. I'll show you a little bit of my studio experience going into the studio recording, and I hope you enjoy, so sit back, relax, enjoy, and I'll see you in a bit. There's Fernando on trumpet, my wife, Jasmine Sloan on trombone, and we have the engineer getting us ready. It's my setup for today. A little ISO boost separating the sax from the horns. From the other horns, it's very interesting to say the least to be recording during a pandemic. And currently right now, New York isn't doing so great. It's about 11,000 cases or so. So we decided to record a little bit preemptively before everything gets shut down again. So here we go. Hello everyone, this is my lovely wife with her trombone ready to record.
Hi.
How are you feeling today?
A little nervous, but excited.
Yeah. Yes, we have been rehearsing for the past, I'd have to say 2 or 3 months now, but we incorporated Jasmine in the last minute because there's a song that involves 3 horns, which is going to be really nice when it comes out. You guys should stay tuned for all the news from Trebulu. I'll leave all the links to their social media down below. Hello YouTube, this is my second day going out into the studio. It's about 8:30 a.m. in the morning. It's pretty uneventful, but just waiting for the Uber since it's in Astoria, Queens, and I'm here in the middle of Manhattan. So just wait and see, and we'll have a little view of the city before we go into the studio. Hey guys, your friendly neighborhood saxman Alex here. We are just done with our first break, and we are doing another tune that involves all 3 of us now. We are going to have so much fun. I'll show you later. Perks of having your own isolation booth so you can bring your drinks. My own little room. Enjoying. Hard at work. I hope you enjoyed the video. It was really fun recording with this band, and they'll be coming out with this new album very, very soon, so stay tuned. And as always, thank you for watching the video, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Follow me on Facebook and Instagram for more standards, beats, and ballads. Stay saxy, and happy holidays. As a saxophonist, there are many roles that we partake, and these expectations are what's